because of the price of those annoying red crystals, the vigor transfer stones, I don't want to put any vigor, any more blood crafts. So, is it better than the Romulus? Not the real Romulus, because he's really cool.
Not even close.
He's better.
I don't know because I don't like Romulus.
Who doesn't like Romulus?
King Tut. That's why I don't run him. He has a complete waste of an ult unless you have a team that sucks him in. Like it's just it's like a whole frame drop of DPS. If you pick an archer over him, you'll do If you pick an archer, you'll do more damage over him.
I don't think using an archer is a fair comparison because take away their marksman trait and then come back to me and say how good they are.
Yeah, right.
Well, you can still easily replace it with an assassin and you'll still do more damage to him. Just for those frames that he does that ult, for those frames that he does that ult, you gotta take into consideration he completely drops DPS.
That is true, but what also does his ult do to the enemy team that is near him?
It strikes fear, but you have to be within a certain distance. If you're not within,
make them run away.
Yes, but if you're not within,
for those times.
But if you kill him before he does it, he's absolutely useless.
Yeah, but if you kill
this
every
hero
before they do it, he's absolutely useless.
Still would go with an archer over him.
Yeah, I'm not going to deny archers are going to shit on everything just because of the marksman trait. But again, if you take away their marksman trait, it's only that OP.
But even if you go with an older archer, that drop in DPS is still concerning. It's very concerning. That's why I don't run him.
See, I run him in the front line, and like I found like if you use him in the middle of a front line and you run just a CC team, like with Spider in the middle, him on one side, and probably some kind of CC effect on the other side, the enemy team that pushes up, obviously if they've got Asprag, it's Asprag that pushes through anyway. But if they don't have Asprag, you can literally CC their front team. Then before any of them ult, his roar will literally scatter them back towards the enemy and let everyone else on your side ult.
I've never had a problem with getting through him.
Yeah, but
I've never had a problem with getting through him.
Are we talking mates? Are you talking your main team or in Luxus?
I'm talking my secondary or my main. When I see Romulus, he's the last thing I'm scared of.
Whoa! Clarify. Romulus, the Bloodcraft.
Romulus, the Bloodcraft.
Thank you.
The sheer DPS he can do with his primary, though, can, like, nuke your team. If your team is clumped up, it's GG if the enemy has this fucking chunky-ass Romulus.
Well, I just think, like, even his, like, to be honest, when I use him, I don't think that his ultimate is even necessary. I just feel like if you build him properly, he just, like, chunks them with just his active and passive anyways. So, like, I know that his ultimate is a bit, like, questionable, but... Yeah, literally, but like I feel you're saying like marksman is good, right? So you've got like the top marksman that we all know, right? The octopus and whatnot. But after you use them, like who's your next sort of like high DPS? And that would be Romulus.
You can run the new assassin in the background and not even move forward at all, and then Romulus is completely useless. You can run Tire Razor and completely stop him. You can run Tire Razor and completely stop him.
Is so horribly designed. I'm sorry, but that hero to me is so overtuned compared to every other thing that they've done. Like, you cannot tell me I literally activate my ultimate and for 8 seconds I'm gonna watch you guys die. That's it. That's my whole gameplay.
I'm just saying, it's not really a healthy design, but yes, you can stop it.
Yeah, but
depending on the control on your team.
If you don't
depending on the control for your team, you can stop her altogether. So it just depends on how you go about it. I said, depending on the control on your team, you can stop her altogether. It just depends on how you go about it. But Romulus, like I said, if you pick a team that fights from a distance, he is done. The moment he goes to do that ult, and it just takes up that time.
If you're talking a team that fights from distance, are you saying every character in the team fights from distance?
Yeah, except for your tank, yeah.
Alright, so what tank are you using? Because if you're using Asprag obviously runs in and does his thing. But if you're not using an Asprag, Romulus can still hit the back couple people depending on like the front line.
I guess it depends on his position. But still, once again, like 9 times out of 10, I have no issue with him.
Well, I don't know, like my baby, like Romulus team, I don't know what mode you're talking about. If you're talking about main, like just main teams in VOC or GC, yes, it's, you know, it's hard to get away from the meta. But if we're talking about like Scales and Luxes, Romulus is very effective because like even my baby Romulus team can take on like full meta teams and White real quick. So yeah, it depends on what mode you're actually talking about.